Hello, guys. Welcome to the midweek edition of the YouTube Footybets prediction channel. Guys, remember what we see when we get into it, that we have a target of getting to 10,000 subscribers before the end of January. And I know I've said that previously in basically all my videos, and we're yet to hit the target. But hey, we will be consistent with it. So please do us a favor, click on the subscribe button below, turn on notifications, because we will be releasing videos like this regularly up to the end of the 2022-2023 season, guys. Right, so let's get right into it. The games that we called across the weekend, we called about 8 games, and only 3 games really did let us down, which was, and I think the really shocking one was one involving Rennes versus PSG. It was an away game for Rennes. Sorry, it was an away game for PSG. They lost that game 1-0. That was a bit of a surprise and a shocking one for us. Apologies for anyone who followed that prediction and played a PSG straight win. The other one was Crystal Palace versus Chelsea, or rather Chelsea versus Crystal Palace, because that game was played at Stamford Bridge, which finished 1-0, and the game involving Newcastle versus Fulham at St James's Park, which ended with the same scoreline as the previous one, 1-0. We had played both games, or what predicted both games as an over 1.5, but very very strange outcomes to that game. That Newcastle Fulham game, Mitrovic had a penalty that would have put Fulham ahead in that game, and then you had this double kick, right? He kicked the ball against his other standing foot, and so that penalty was chalked off. And Newcastle scored in the 89th minute, a goal from Alexander Isak after a wonderful assist from Callum Wilson. And then Chelsea Crystal Palace, just not enough quality in that game. Took Kai Havertz's brilliant header, to open that one, to open the scoring in that game, and he finished that way. So yeah, a bit of a disappointing one. Had we known, we probably would have just called it as a straight victory for Newcastle and Chelsea. But hey, that's it. Anytime we're trying to make predictions of football, it just means that we're trying to play God, and as such, we just take the results as we get it. The other games where AC Milan played an over 1.5 with Lecce, they drew 2-2 in that one. Inter won like we predicted it for as a straight win. Napoli, Juventus finished 5-1. A completely embarrassing outing for Juventus at the Diego Armando Maradona Stadium in Naples. Our own Victor Osimhen scoring 2 goals in that one. We predicted an over 1.5 in that one. That one entered. Finished 5-1 there in that game. The other ones we called Arsenal Tottenham as an over 1.5. Finished Arsenal 2-0 against Tottenham at the Tottenham Stadium, and we also predicted the over 1.5 for Real Madrid versus Barcelona, the Spanish SuperCup that was played in Saudi Arabia. That one finished 3-1 to Barcelona. Gavi, Pedri, and Lewandowski scoring the goals for Barcelona, and Benzema getting a late consolation for Madrid. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'd also said that if you would play, if you want to put your money where your mouth is, you could easily have played the Brighton win over Liverpool 1/1.5. That still would have entered. Man City, I said 1/1.5. Yeah, that one finished 2-1. So yeah, so guys, we're very good with last week's, or rather the weekend's prediction. Were just those 3 games: the PSG, Rennes, Chelsea, Crystal Palace, and Newcastle Fulham. So guys, let's really get into the ones that are happening this midweek. Liverpool are playing Wolverhampton Wanderers, but I just want to avoid Liverpool for now. I don't think Liverpool are a team to play right now. But I'm pretty sure that Wolves will score tonight. That one I'm sure of it. So if you want to play home to score, or a 1x, right? Because I really do feel that Wolves will win that game and probably progress on to the 5th round of the FA Cup there. So but I'm not going to call it. I just don't want to call the game. We'll start from tomorrow's game in the Premier League. Crystal Palace versus Manchester United at Selhurst Park. Guys, just go for a straight win. United are on the roll. I think they've won like 8 straight games now in the Premier League, or 9 straight games in the Premier League. And then when you beat a team like Man City, you get confidence is just high in the camp, right? So you can almost bet that that game at Selhurst Park, United will go into that game with a lot of confidence on the back of the victory against their noisy neighbours, right? So that's a safe bet. United to win, straight victory down. We're not even going to call that one as an over or anything. Straight victory for United in that one. The next 2 games will be let's talk about AC Milan, Inter Milan, the Super Cup, the Italian Super Cup. This one's to be played in Saudi Arabia too. I'll just go for a safe over 1.5, guys. Just like the same thing you had in Real Madrid Barcelona. This is basically like the Italian version of it. Two teams going at each other. Inter won at the weekend 1-0. AC Milan drew against Lecce 2-2. And AC Milan never really got going in that game until the second half there. So, really disappointing one. Now they're about, I think, 8 points behind Napoli in that title race. So it's really going to be tough for them when you look at the form of Napoli. But this one, I'm sure they will pretty much score against their eternal rivals Inter Milan in Saudi Arabia. So yeah, this game to me is a safe over 1.5. Right. The next two games will be games in the Scottish League. Celtic St Mirren. Celtic currently top of the table there. Because it's a midweek game and midweek games can be funny, I'm just going to go for an over 1.5. Even though I think that Celtic will win this one, but I think the safe option here is an over 1.5. Same thing for the Kilmarnock versus Rangers game. I'm also going to go for an over 1.5 with this one. So guys, that's pretty much it. These are the 4 games I'm going to cover this week. I know it's short, but to me, it's all about keeping your money. It's not about making uneducated gambles. And the thing with football, is that anytime we're predicting games, we're playing God, right? And that's impossible for us to do, right? Because only God is omnipresent, omniscient. We're just human beings trying to make predictions of a future event. So guys, that's pretty much it. Remember to do your own research. Make sure you're only gambling with an amount that you're comfortable losing. Let me say that again: only gamble with an amount that you're comfortable losing. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video, turn on notifications because we'll be releasing videos like this on a regular. Have a great midweek. Stay safe. We'll have more Footybets prediction for you in 2 to 3 days times for the weekend games across Europe. Take care and God bless.